Okay, well, it's a good opener, a good first-time win. Was impressed. The big question was our offensive line. I thought they performed well. We ran the ball effectively, mixed in some passes. Some first-time guys, Chase Henry, I thought really played well. Q Jones, was great to see him carry the ball a little bit. A number of offensive linemen. We played 9 offensive linemen, so some experience with those guys. On the defensive side, a little bit slow, coming right out of the blocks, but certainly rallied back against the wall twice in the fourth quarter. One score, and it's a one-score game. And our guys, and then we started playing with an awful lot more confidence. So kicking game, I thought Ryan Block did a great job. Undrafted free agent. He came out and did what he needed to do. I thought he kicked off well. We got to tidy up our kickoff coverage. A big return hurt us and put our defense in a real bad situation. But I thought it was a good energy. We did play a lot of players, and that'll benefit us down the road, but we've got a lot of work to do as well.
We'll get to this is your first start at quarterback. Just talk about the protection you got and the game as a whole.
Kind of similar to what Coach T said. Definitely things we need to clean up, areas we can be better. But top to bottom, I was really impressed with our guys. The way we've been pushing all week, saying we got to come out. The offensive line especially. Everybody wants to doubt those guys, but I believe in them 100%. And the game was a lot of fun. That's a lot more college snaps than I've ever taken, but I feel awesome and just so much fun. It reminds you why you play the game.
So you didn't have to throw the ball much because you guys had to lead from every possession after the first one. But how did it feel out there in the pocket, completing half as many passes as you did all of last year?
It felt good. The offensive line did a real nice job with protection. Those guys, running backs and tight ends, worked their butt off. Jamone made an amazing catch down there. I believe that was in the third quarter or so. But it felt good. We've been practicing for a month now, going through preseason and everything, and it felt really good just to get out there and be able to put on what we've been working so hard on.
Zach, what can you say about, and I won't call you Nick again, too many K's. What can you say about the production of the line?
I can't say enough about the offensive line. I know, it's been touched on, but there were a lot of questions this summer going into it. A lot of new faces, a lot of young faces coming in, but I feel like they stepped up in a great way and made a real statement. Any offensive line that comes in here is going to have a baptism by fire with our defensive line. That's always an elite part of our team, so they got them ready all summer. They did what they had to do, and they showed today, and I think they answered some questions, and we're just going to look forward to kind of keeping that progress and take that into next week.
Yeah, were you surprised to see some of the holes that you did? They were pretty big for most of the game for you.
I always have trust in the O-line, so I'm going to say no. But like I said, they did a great job. There were a lot of plays where I had my pick of holes of where I wanted to go, and that like I said, it's a testament to them and all the good work that they've done this summer. And they came out, like I said, wanted to make a statement, and I felt like they did that today.
What can you say about the guy sitting to your right, his presence in the huddle and taking over the team?
I can't say enough. Same thing. He's our captain. He's our leader. And he knows I actually lived with him this past summer, so we talked about it. He knew he had to step up and take a big role in this team as our full-time quarterback, and he did a great job of that today. Like I said, he's our leader, he's our captain, and he exudes confidence in the offensive huddle, and that feeds to the other guys, and it's invaluable.
You guys were able to give the other team so many looks offensively from the running game. How do you feel like you and Nick and Noah have different styles and complement each other well?
Like you said, we do have different styles, and Coach Staff does a great job of putting us in positions to kind of show that, breaking tendencies, doing, same plays from different spots and trying to confuse the defense. And like I said, he puts us in great positions. He'll put us out wide at receiver. He has a lot of trust in us and our different capabilities in different spots, and we're appreciative of that. And just the offensive running back room in general is probably one of the deepest I've seen since I've been here. There's a lot of talent and in a lot of different ways, and including Nick, it's pretty impressive. And like I said, Coach Staff does a great job of putting that talent in different positions to succeed.
Now, can you talk about those two stops, how important they were, And also that last, I think you got credit for the breakup.
Oh yeah, that was Cam Maddox and I. Cam was flying all around on both those stops. He makes a ton of plays all the time. One of our fastest guys on the team. Yeah, it was just great as a defensive unit to step up at that time. As Coach T mentioned, we started off a little slow, but picked it up towards the end. Started playing that Dartmouth branded defense that you guys are used to seeing.
What did you see from your defensive front that sort of allowed you and the other linebackers to operate at will?
Yeah, kind of like Zach said, our D-line's one of the strongest parts of our team. It's awesome playing behind them. They take up two guys all the time, make holes for us to run through. They just they help us out a lot as linebackers, and then they make a ton of plays themselves. You saw the sacks that they had, so yeah, they had a great game as well.
Is it tough at times being in a defense that really emphasizes the back end with usually a big old 5 defensive backs there? Can that be tough as someone who's more in the front of the group?
I don't think it's too tough. Coach Dobes does a great job explaining us just doing our jobs, our jobs to be successful as a team, and everybody does that, and we succeed. So.
Did you feel like that you guys were bigger and stronger than that team? And did you feel like you could push more?
Yeah, I feel like our D-line moved them off the ball. They had some great O-linemen and skill position guys as well, but yeah, our D-line really moved them around up front.
Just a last shot before I didn't get a chance to read the stat sheet, but Zach having 16 carries, 169 yards, 10.6, and a lot of it was the Yak's yards after contact. And that it's inspiring to an offensive line, especially a young group, and they see, hey, first down, 50, a big pickup, and his leadership in there. I mean, just, hey, give me the ball and go. And he has the explosiveness any time to go to the distance, and that's a big lift from an offensive standpoint. And then defensively, Mac with 11 tackles in his first varsity start. I mean, he's all over the place. Quiet, unassuming, but man, deadly. And it's just fun just having that many opportunities and converting on all those things. So to you guys, I apologize for not reading my stat sheet sooner, and congrats for a great game.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Zach, when I look at this, is not a full sheet, but looking at top 4 ground gainers, lost yards 0 for anyone. What does that tell us?
That's always going to go back to the offensive line. They're getting a good push, and they're pushing that defensive line back, and they're giving us a lot of space to work in that backfield. And then even some plays where there's not a great push, I think back to Q Jones's run where he broke that tackle in the backfield and made something out of what looked like was going to be a loss of yards to, I don't know, maybe a 10, 15-yard carry. And it's things like that. But I would say overall it is definitely the offensive line, that push that they provide. And like I said, there were plenty of holes today, and they made a real statement.
Well, the whole preseason, we're talking about a question about the offensive line. And for the guys to come out, and I know 308 rushing yards in the first outing, collectively 5 starters, and they've never done it together before, it's inspiring. Sometimes, hey, there's a little bit of a hole, and one of our guys bounces off and makes a bunch of yards on his own. And that you look at the stat sheet, we'll pat out those guys in the back tomorrow. And for young guys to have that type of opportunity, it engenders some confidence that, hey, we can do this together. They'll get better over time. They'll get better through the first opportunity. But very, very important. And obviously, we've got a lot of talented backs. So they're going to make some holes that don't look like it's much into something positive. And what my expectation is, our offensive line will gain greater confidence and be more effective opening some seams and get the ball in the hands of any of those guys. And I left Nick out, pat him on the back enough sometimes. But he's going to pick up his yards as well.
Yeah, I know Nick didn't really get a chance to throw the ball much. How much should he have, given that you had the lead in the whole game? But what did you see out of him as a passer?
The big thing is his leadership in the huddle. You know, he'll make up the tough yards and so forth, but he just has a presence. It's inspiring. He's unselfish. He's a tough physical guy. I mean, he'll take on people, and guys, they rally around someone like that. And when you have that presence at the quarterback position, the running back capabilities, we didn't throw the ball a bunch, but 8 out of 10 completion deal and some good catches. Jarmon makes that good catch, and then Jace makes the big play down in the end zone. It gels the offense. So it's so some good stuff will come out of today, just the whole collective group playing together and everybody kind of complementing each other. So it was a good game to build on.
5 of 5 red zone scores, 5 of 7 on third down. Can't do much better.
No, the guys, they executed. You know, we had the one bad snap, and then that was costly. And that, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of sweating it out all game because we've had too many of them in preseason. And it came in a bad time, in a bad situation. We stopped 4 downs, and now we're going the other way, and we turn it over. And that's why I thought our defense rallied. I didn't think we put the pressure on the quarterback. Now, they did get the ball out of his hands a little bit. We need to be more effective with that. And there were some big passes completed, third down situations, so we'll learn off that as well. But when it really mattered down tight, a bunch of guys made plays. So, again, it's nice to come away with a win in a game that you know you can do a lot better in.
You didn't throw much, but it's not here. But I don't think you gave up any sacks.
No, we didn't, and we really didn't have the ball that often. And that was 55 snaps for a ball game, and that's unusual. But no lost yards for us. We picked up a couple of defensive penalties. I don't really recall. I think we had one procedure offensively. So overall, for the amount of young guys who were playing the first time, and I include the tight ends, I thought that Zion Carter really did a nice job. Alex Gerassi was in there. He did a good job. Jace Henry was in there, did a nice job. So those front guys all replaced, and they played effectively, and they didn't make mistakes. Yeah, he's just a competitor. Unselfish guy. He hasn't had a lot of snaps before. He's very, very talented. He's just a consummate team guy. He's on all of our special teams. He works hard, doesn't say much, but competes. And somebody had to make a play, and Cam Maddox made him.
There's not much one-handedly. Late first half, I thought you were going to do a 2-for-1. Go down with a 2-minute drill and score, and then come back and start the second half. Neither one.
Yeah.
Something you need to.
Yeah, those are the building points. You get an opportunity, and they're vulnerable. Take advantage of it. And we kind of stopped ourselves. Coming out in the 2-minute situation, we misfired, and then the second half we're grinding down, and we just didn't finish it off.
So you have some teaching points.
Yeah, happy that we won, and they're an improved team. I've said that all week long. They're bigger and more physical offensively. I thought their quarterbacks threw the ball well. We didn't put enough pressure on them until late. We gave a little bit of cushion with some inexperienced guys. We didn't break in the ball effectively enough. Balls in flight, we may have had a chance to make a pick or two. But when the game, we talked about finishing strong, and I thought that's exactly what we had to do. Again, you give up one of those scores, it's a different one-score game.
What's going to be the focus in practice this week?
Just we got to improve in a lot of different areas. Consistency, pressure on the quarterback defensively. Sacred Heart is a playoff caliber team. Got a lot of transfer portal guys and so forth. They get some good football players. So it's our first away game, but it's nice that you can build on some things with a W. So let the guys enjoy and celebrate a win tonight. And it was also our athletic director's first win, and we're very proud to be able to give him a ball.